Going to feel like triple digits over the next few days.
Yeah, hot and humid weather will continue today, tomorrow, and into Saturday as well, with heat index values 100 to 106 degrees, depending on where you are in North Texas. But another thing you need to know is we are watching a slow-moving front that arrives this weekend. What that means for your forecast, we'll talk about here coming up. But as you head out the door, it is what we call soupy. Yeah, here's a look at those temperatures out there. 83 in Dallas, 80 in Fort Worth, 78 in Waxahachie, 81 in McKinney, 82 in Denton, 80 in Mineral Wells. When you factor in that humidity, it feels like 90 right now. What time is it again? 4:30? 90 is what it feels like in Dallas. 85 is what it feels like in Fort Worth. Waxahachie, 81. 89 is what it feels like in Denton. So you can see there's quite a bit of heat right here. 80 in Bowie. 84 is what it feels like in Mineral Wells. So as you head out the door this morning, just know that as you walk out there, it's going to be humid already, and it's only going to go up from there. By 9 o'clock, we're looking at about 85 degrees, but it will feel more like 92. By noon, we're going to be 92, but it's going to feel more like 99, topping out right around 96 degrees later on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few locations, especially off to the north and west, that actually reach the triple digits, actual air temperature, with heat index 105 to 107. So we will continue to watch that for you as we move forward through the afternoon, but we are watching for a chance for rain in the coming days. We will discuss that and what it means for our temperatures in a few minutes. Kara. What we have is soupy. I mean, it's like the air you can wear. It's just as bad. I mean, like when you walk outside and it's, you got to take a deep breath, right? And that's what we have this morning. Is you have, frankly, just you want to make sure you stay inside and you drink some water or take frequent breaks if you work outside, because we're talking about heat index 100 to 107 out there across North Texas today. So let's drop to the low temperature, but it's really not going to drop much more. 79 in Fort Worth, 82 in Dallas, 81 in Denton, 77 in Bowie. What you factor in the humidity, and this is what's just hard to swallow this morning. 88 in Dallas is what it actually feels like. 86 is what it feels like if you're heading out in Granbury. 82 in Mineral Wells, 84 in Decatur, and 85 in McKinney. So as we move forward through the day today, here's a look at the hour by hour for you as we warm up by 9 o'clock into the mid 80s, but it will feel like the lower 90s, jumping into the lower 90s by noon, but it'll feel more like just on the brink of the century mark. And then 96 both at 3 and 5 o'clock. That's the peak heating time of the day. And look at those heat indices. We'll talk about some changes in the forecast, though, coming up in a minute. Good morning, Deshaun. At that moment, you're wishing there was a pool right there and you could just chill.
There you go.
And not have to, this is only the beginning. We have to warm up into the afternoon, so get ready, folks, because it's going to be tough to be out and about today. So those of you that have to be out, if you work outside, if you have send your kids to camp, please make sure you're staying hydrated and going over all the heat safety that we do on a daily basis. Let's take a look. And you know, I have no opinion on the matter, but either way, I just want her to be happy, and it's all crazy what's coming out. So interested to see what ends up happening. All right, let's take a look at our forecast out there. Been in the last year and 2 years, wish it was earlier, been really educating myself on. So I go with that, and we need to start earlier so that people can really know what's going on. Let's go into the forecast, which unfortunately is the same as it was yesterday, even a tad warmer than it was yesterday. You can feel it as soon as you head out. Go ahead and take a look at that forecast, which we're talking about hot and humid conditions. I wonder how those Bears feel in Florida, because it's worse there. Anna, 78 in Frisco this morning, and we've got 80 degrees at DFW Airport, but it actually feels more like 85. So really, this is the temperature you really need to pay attention to, because it's the one that's going to impact you the most. So you're going to sweat as soon as you walk outside today. 85 in Dallas. Arlington, some improvement there. You were at 90, now you're at 86. So hey, that's some good news. 96 later this afternoon, but it'll feel more like 103. 97 Friday, it'll feel more like 104. Conditions improve slowly as we get into the weekend, and that is going to be because of a cold front that's going to move through. Because this heat dome, get out of here. We're going to push it to the northwest. That's going to allow this front to sink to the south. That's going to bring in that chance for rain. It's slow, though, so I mean, it's going to be moving at a snail's pace as it gets here. Higher totals for rainfall are going to stay well to the north. You can see it here, stretching across the panhandle into central Oklahoma. What about us, though, going into next week? This will change, but as of right now, a ½ inch to an inch possible from DFW to north to the Red River with those rain chances next week. You can see on the 10-day forecast, starts Sunday. This is Sunday night. So if you're looking at the 10-day forecast of your app and it says 20% chance for rain Sunday. You get most of the day in. You may have some clouds. Yeah, there may be an isolated shower, but widespread rain holding off till the beginning of the week. Monday and Tuesday, we'll have the highest coverage. Yeah, we have some unsettled weather that'll bring in some cooler air. So you'll have to wait. It's not here today, but it is going to be moving in here as we move forward into the coming days. So love it, right? Beautiful sunrise. It's 78 degrees. Heat index 81. So yes, that's really going to be what you feel as you head out the door this morning. Heat index 85 in downtown Dallas right now. If you look around all of North Texas in the clear, a few clouds off to the north and west. That's because we're under an influence of high pressure, but not for long. Here's where the change comes in. As we head into the weekend and the beginning of next week, we're going to watch a front sink to the south, and that's going to bring in a chance for rain. That's going to be combined with cooler temperatures, right? Now, cooler in a sense of the summer, right? If we look here at the rain coverage, 20% in coverage Sunday, 40% in coverage Monday, Tuesday, 50% in coverage. So it continues all next week. Now, it's not a washout. If you're thinking about the holiday weekend and, oh, I got stuff planned next week, don't worry, but it's going to bring in some much needed rainfall. And I'll show you with the 10-day forecast those temperatures that's coming up. Tashara?
All right, Kalee.
Of the night, I was looking around. This is so bright. Excited for next week for you. I'll try to keep that forecast dry, but it does look like we may have a chance for rain. So we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Here's a look. I can't see anything.
Good morning, Texas. Yeah, you're used to being in the weather center.
Okay, there we go. It's really bright.
It is really, that's part of your weather forecast today. Kalee, it's heating up already, darling.
It is, but the breeze, so our hair's blowing over, it helps. It's like a godsend, right?
It is. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, okay, so another thing that was bright. I don't know if you noticed the moon last night.
No.
Another hot and humid day, but a pattern change this weekend. Details at midday.